Hello, everyone. Uh, Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Can you guys hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. Sorry, we have a little bit of age with the technology. It's not always go as planned. And they're working on into that again. You can see we're speaking, but at least I can share my presentation. So I'd like to welcome all of you guys once again to the Africa Digital Skill Conference 2021. It's a great honor to be here with you guys. I also wanted to thank the organizer of this conference for putting such an amazing conference together for us to learn from one another. So I'm here to connect, to contribute, and to collaborate with you guys on the next step of building a digital skill, especially among young people in Africa. So I'll make this session as interactive as possible. So I'm not going to be the only one speaking for 1 hour or plus. You guys will be talking, and I'll also be doing the talking. So a little bit of information about myself and what I do. My name is Maxwell Drew. I'm the co-founder of Queza. Queza is a B2B e-commerce platform that enables businesses in Africa to sell their products globally. Our focus is to create a very proven access to market for businesses across Africa to sell their product across the world. We will talk about that in the course of this session, what Queza is all about and stuff. So before I begin, I wanted to ask you guys a question. You can drop it on the chat. What are you guys building? Let's go to the topic of today, how to develop a mobile app without actually writing no code. So you can drop a question on the chat. What are you building? What do you plan to build? Just tell us. I wanted to read your chat. If you send me a chat, I'll give you guys 10 seconds to do that. What are you building or what do you intend to build? 10 seconds, guys. So drop a chat, or if you want to speak, I can allow you to tell us what you're building. I told you guys from the beginning, this session will be very interactive. So I will go quickly over my slide for us to have time to go over the question and answer. So what are you building? So keep them coming. Dating app. Someone said it's building a dating app. Nice. So anybody else, what are you building? 5 seconds, guys. Are you building something? Something that matters to you, something you're passionate about, or you plan to build something? Can you share with us? What are you building? Appointment scheduling service. Super awesome. So 3 seconds left. Somebody's building a dating app, somebody's building appointment scheduling service. That's very, very great. We have a lot of builders and movers and shakers here who are building something, and I'm quite impressed. 2 seconds. What are you building? Someone is building an advertising app. Yes, this class is for beginners. You're not going to learn how to do everything in just 1 hour. It's just for you to have an idea of how can I actually build a mobile app without necessarily to write a code. And one thing I wanted us to take away from this session is, if you're building anything, and unlike, if I wanted to build a dating app or advertising app, I need money. I need to have come from a technical background. I need to have this. I need to have that. What I want you to take away from this conference is, you don't need a lot of those stuff, or you don't even need any of the stuff I just mentioned for you to build something. So if you're a beginner, this is a great place for you to start. And of course, after this session, what you do next is very, very important. So from here, the follow-up activities or whatever you learn from all of the sessions that you're going to attend, started from yesterday till tomorrow, what do you do next is very important. So the information you gather and all of those things, how can you actually transform it from information to actually application, to actually apply all the information that you acquire during the conference and build something and do something and start something. So that is what this session is all about. So someone is building an advertising app, someone is building dating app, and another person is building a scheduling service app. So thank you for sharing with us what you guys are building. So, sorry, can someone mute your, can you mute yourselves? There's a background noise. So, okay, great. So someone is building a language learning app. That's super awesome. I'm glad to see all of these guys trying to do something. So thank you for sharing with us what you're building. I'm super excited to see how you make all of these ideas happen, how you turn into a reality. So let's move forward to the topic of the day. So can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, it can be seen.
Okay. Yes, we can. Okay, so I've seen what you guys are building, and I so much like it. So this is the agenda for today. These are the steps of how to actually build your own no code. And the MVP for today is we're going to use WhatsApp. Why? Because almost 1 billion people currently use WhatsApp to connect, to communicate with friends and family cross-border from different part of the world. So our MVP today is WhatsApp. And these are the steps for us that we have to go through to learn how to actually build a code, to build a mobile app without actually writing a single code. So before I go into the agenda one after the other, as I told you guys how to build a WhatsApp on Bubble. So let me talk about Bubble a little bit. So Bubble is a tool that enables people who doesn't come from a technical background, who doesn't write no program, to actually build something. So we're using WhatsApp because it's a platform that almost everyone uses as our MVP, which will be like an example of how you can actually build something that matters to you. So Bubble is a tool that enables you to build a web app without actually writing no code. Everything on Bubble is basically like a beginner. It's like you wanted to, you building a house of your own, and Bubble tells you how to build a foundation. Bubble tells you how to draw the plan of your house. Unlike you might have to give that house to an architect to draw a plan for you. So when you're building something that without writing a code on a platform like Bubble, of course, there's a lot of platforms out there that you can actually use to build a web mobile app without writing no code. The reason why I choose Bubble is because of the support it offers to beginners who actually have no experience about writing no code. So Bubble is a very great platform, and that is what we're going to be using today on how to build a WhatsApp of your own. So you can actually clone a WhatsApp. You can clone your own Uber, you can clone your own Airbnb app, you can clone your own Twitter app after today. So as I told you guys, the session is going to be very interactive. Do you have any question on that? I'll give you guys 1 minute. If you have any question on what I've said so far before I move forward. 1 minute, guys. 50 seconds. I don't want to be the only one doing the talking. I wanted to take you guys along so that we are all on the same page. Do you have any question on what I've said so far? 40 seconds. Don't be shy, speak up. and tell us. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead, Enoch.
Okay, thank you. Yes, you keep mentioning web app, so I want to find out. Is it possible is the app going to be native but connected to a web database such that it can run on the device even if it is not connected to the internet, or is exclusively a web run application? Thank you.
Okay, great question, and thank you so much. So, web app, as you rightly said, it's the internet. It runs on the internet, and it's not you have to put it on the Google Play or Apple Store before someone can access it. You can just give somebody your URL link, and they can go to your web app page, download it, and check it out. So it does need an internet to run, and you don't have to put it on Google Play or Apple Store. Of course, from the beginning, you don't need to go all the way to Apple Store or Play Store to launch your app. You can actually use your URL to test, because you're a beginner, you wanted to learn, you wanted to give people opportunity to give you feedback about what you're building. So it's a web application. Did I answer your question correctly?
Yes, but
Okay.
I mean, the application, can it run natively on the device and be able to
Absolutely.
perform?
Yes. Yeah, that's why
Thank
it's
you.
a web app. It can run on a device, yes. Did I answer your question?
Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So let us move forward. So I told you guys we're going to use Bubble. So before I go into using Bubble to create our MVP, which are WhatsApp, using WhatsApp as our MVP, I'd like to show you a global digital snapshot. I wanted to use this slide to give opportunity to people who are thinking of. I wanted to do something. I'm waiting. I didn't. Everything is not all together. I wanted to get everything right. If you look at the snapshot, you could see this is 2020 snapshot, by the way. You can see how many people are using mobile phones now. About 4.9 billion users, which is about 66% penetrations. We have 3.7 billion people who are using the internet with 50% penetration. People who are active in social media is 2.5 billion people. As we speak, it's definitely more than this, because this is 2021 data. You can go here and find out for yourself after this conference. Probably you have access to this slide. Then this is a 2021 global digital snapshot. So if you go on this website, you can actually see how many people do Google search today, how many blogs were posted today, how many tweets were sent, how many people view the YouTube, how many photos were uploaded, and how many times were posted, how many people use Facebook, Google search, Twitter active users. So if you go on this website, you find out latest data about global usage of all of this platform. It gives you an idea of, if I'm building something right now, if I'm thinking about building it tomorrow, I might be late. So the best time to start is today. And that is one of the reasons why I chose this topic, how to actually build a platform without writing a code, because in Africa, a lot of young people, a lot of people are not very familiar with writing code. And also they think, if I have to build something, if I have to start a business of my own, it's probably going to take me a lot of money, a lot of time. And I tell you right now, probably if you wanted to build anything of your own after today, probably you launch it in 1 week from today. If you use Bubble, just 1 week, and it costs you maybe zero, because you can run it free on Bubble until you get feedback and you want it to scale and you want it to build something robust. Then even if you are going to buy a domain, it's going to cost you like maybe 200 cities to buy your own domain and start, iterating on what you're building when you get a feedback from your friends that you share those URL with. So just to give you a snapshot of what's going on globally in terms of internet, in terms of technology, and in terms of mobile phones, and to tell you that you need to start right now. If you're thinking of building anything, best time to start is now. That is why I brought this up, to show you what's going on. You can imagine how many people are, visiting all the sites, downloading, blogging, and all of those stuff. So it means that you have a chance to build something and people can use it. So let's get started. So if you're going to build anything on Bubble, you need to register an account. Because of time, I'm not going to go into details of register an account here. But if you go on bubble.com, it's pretty easy. It's just like you're signing up with, for anything. Let's say you just go to a website or you create an email account. If you're creating an email account, that's how easy it is to sign up on Bubble. You need a Bubble account, which is free. Sign up with your email, and then you are on Bubble. So if you are also new, this class is for beginner. There are crash courses, introductory videos, bunch of them that you can find on Bubble that will help you in the course of whatever that you're building. Over hundreds of videos are there that can help you. So the first thing is you have to learn how to create and edit your user account. So let's say it's just like I just mentioned, if you open an email account, how do you know my name, I live in this country, blah, 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 you just register. That's just what it means to it, how to create and edit your user account. Then you go to the registration page, you have a home page, you have a chat page, and you have a chat portal. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you want me to go to the website to just show you how it looks like? Or you can do that on your own because of time. Guys, I told you guys this is going to be a very interactive session. I will not be the only one talking for 1 hour. I want us to talk together. So can you see my screen? I just go to bubble.com. Can you see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
this is basically our Bubble. Okay, this is basically how Bubble looks like. Then you just hit on get started for free. So I don't want to go into details. You enter your email. So I'm trying to sign up with student account to show you how the interface looks like. So I'm just trying to show you guys how the bubble looks like. When you get inside, how does it look like? What are the first things you see? Okay, so Bubble is loading. So this is how the home page looks like. Can you guys see it?
No, I think you can't see.
So yeah, so this is how the home page looks like. New app. So I'm just going to quickly run you guys through because of time. I can't go into the details. So this is how it looks like. Name of this new app. So you can say dating app. Somebody said dating app. Then what kind of app? Okay, dating app. Then create, and what kind of app are you building? So you have options on the drop down. It's a CRM, it's the professional service. If whatever you're building is now on this list, don't worry, just click on other. These are what you're building. So try to be specific to connect people. Is a custom facing or internal, external customer facing. So what that means is it something that has to do with external user? Is it something that you just want to build for yourself, or internal or employee facing? Or is it going to involve are you going to employ people and are they going to use the app? So you can choose whatever that is applicable to you. So what's your goal? To build a tool for myself, you want to start a business. So whatever it is, you just enter it and you click on create new app. Oh, sorry, dating app is already taken. So, somebody's building a dating app, so it's already taken. So you have to find a name that is not ready. So let's just say, maybe Ghana Connect. That makes sense. Okay, someone asked the question, how is Bubble different from MIT app inventor? So the difference between both of these platforms is they do similar things, but the difference is Bubble gives you access to build something from zero, basically from zero, and helps you if you actually wanted to perhaps migrate to a more robust platform. Maybe you've already built it, you have like 1 million users, and at some point, maybe you need to start writing code. You can now wrap it. What I mean by wrap it is you have to maybe you can write a code yourself, but that is very much easier in terms of the migration to a more robust platform. You have built something like maybe a bullet user right now. So that is the difference between both platforms. On your question, which is the app inventor doesn't give you opportunity to do a lot of things that you do on Bubble, including the support that you get on Bubble, 24/7 support. If you get lost and you wanted to try to find your way back, you needed an answer, you can watch videos, you can actually contact the support team, which is 24 hours, and they can provide answers to whatever challenges that you're facing. So this is how it looks like inside Bubble, as you guys can see. So I told you guys I would not be able to go deep into this because it's gonna take a lot of our time. For us to go inside, going through the elements, how to use the tools, how to start with a blank page. You can go to next step, choose your language and next step, and just keep going to the next step. So this is install plugin. I don't want to take you guys. This is more deeper. I don't want to take you guys there. So I'll go back to my presentation because you have to learn the basics before you come here and actually do stuff here. So that is it on this side of how to create your registration page, chat further once you get started. So now the next step is how to configure your app. How can you configure your app? So I told you guys, you already created an account, you already log in, you already see how the interface looks like. Now I'm taking you back to our MVP, which is using WhatsApp. So this is configuring your app. So it means that you have to focus on your data to power your application. So what I mean by data is what are the informations you want to input into your application, like the users, like the name, the photo, the contact number of people that will use your app as we're using them. WhatsApp as our MVP. So you have to create a data. Maybe you have it stored somewhere, or you just type it in. So if you are inside Bubble, you can just type in all of these things I'm showing you when you start to build your app, one after the other. So Then this is where you create a type name, which is your message content, your charts, your dates. You know, when you guys are using WhatsApp and somebody say I, you could see the date that person says I. If it's last week or 2 weeks ago, it tells you the date and the time. So this is where you create all of those database into the user's content when you are building the WhatsApp. So the data feed is where you have your messages, the list of your users, the name of your users, you know, then which comes to the workflow. So the workflow is about, you know, an event or a user, or when a user click on something. So when you, just like you're using your WhatsApp, you wanted to look somebody up, you type somebody's name. If that person is on WhatsApp already, and the person is already saved on your contacts as your contact on your phone, you could just pull it up and you could see that that person is already on WhatsApp, and you can add the person and you can say I. So that's the workflow that helps you to put all of this product functionalities together to be able to do that. And also, this is where you create your login page. So all of these things I'm telling you guys is a step-by-step of building whatever you want to build using Bubble. I'm using WhatsApp because it's something almost everyone is familiar with. So that when you are hearing all of this, it tells me, okay, when I'm using my WhatsApp, these are the functionalities or features that I experience. And that is why I'm taking you through the step-by-step. So of course, what I'm telling you here, you can go back to Bubble and build a clone WhatsApp as your MVP yourself, just to try it out. You have nothing to lose. Just try it out and see how it goes from there. So you create your login and your sign up elements from the workflow. So when you start building your own, it tells you the step-by-step from entering your data to the login page to building your workflow. Then it takes you to where you now have something like this, where you have a name, the contact number, where your user can upload their photo, their email, and their password. So this is the data you are filling in to build your app. Okay, so these are the days when people now log into you, just like log into WhatsApp. It's going to ask you if you want to upload your photo, if you enter your password, your phone number, and your email. So these are the data you are inputting into the workflow. So you also have a workflow editor where you select to sign the user up. So once somebody registers, they get a code, they automatically get signed up. So you create that editor where it enables people to sign up with your code. You know, if you're using WhatsApp, it sends you a message to verify your phone number and you're up. So all of these functionalities on my right is how to sign the user up with their details that you include into your workflow. So you need also a home page, which is where you have some sort of different kind of users or group elements. You know, when we use WhatsApp, we can create a group where people can chat with each other, and you can do a voice call among yourself. So this is where you build a list of chats, where gives your users the opportunity to create a chat group. And also text, you know, where you can also create a group where you guys can share text message on that group. So I keep saying these are dates that you input to this to the workflow that your users will make use of when they go to your platform. Any question, guys? 10 seconds if there's anyone with any question. 5 seconds. So I wanted to make this interactive. If you have anything, I don't understand what it's talking about. This is the right time. Any question? 5 seconds. Okay, we got one question. Okay, someone said he joined late. Don't worry. Unfortunately, I can't go back. But don't worry, I will share the slide with you guys, and you can follow up after this conference. We're actually very particular about follow-up activities. What are you building after this conference? And if you have any challenges, you need any help, I'll be available to help you, to be with you, just to make sure you build something. I'm very, very passionate about technology. I love people who build tools, not just toys that solve real problems in their community. So you have opportunity to follow up after this. So I have to move forward. So I told you guys about building your data, your workflow, the login page for your user, the chatbot, creating a group page. So these are all data you are inputting into your app. And also your user can upload their image if they want to, just like we all use WhatsApp, we upload an image. And on my left hand side, you can see the drop down, which is your account navigation, your data, the email. If you wanted to add a payment at some point, maybe you want people to pay for using your app or something, you have all these options. You have the analytics that help you to track how your app is performing. Do you have anyone who visited today? How many people visited from what region? And you have your elements, actions, and of course your plugins, which help you connect all of this information together. And your custom events. So custom events, maybe you send an email to all your users about a new product or new service or just something. All of these features is available for you to use. This is still all about the chat, your workflow, and of course, you create an icon. Yours might not be WhatsApp. It could be something else, just to explain about what you build, like dating app icon, something like that, for somebody who wanted to build a dating app. So this is where you create your contacts. You know, when you use WhatsApp, you have somebody's phone number and you save it on your cell phone, then it automatically added to your WhatsApp contact list. So this is where you do that. You create that contact list where people can actually, this is where you create a contact list for a user to be able to see people on their contact list. So all of this about creating a contact list, creating a new contact. I mean, I don't need to explain this. When you guys are using WhatsApp, you know the contact number, you add your user. So I keep saying, don't forget there's something. These are all data you are inputting into your workflow when you're building your app. Okay? So also you're creating new content and you're also creating new charts, which are all of this things you're adding to your workflow. You could create as much content as you want for all of you guys that are using WhatsApp. So this is where you display and send your message. So when you send a message to someone on WhatsApp, hi, it actually automatically display in the other person's phone who's using WhatsApp. So this is where you add the element that enables that message to be displayed in the destination. As you can see here on the red stuff here, go to page, chat portal, destination, and data to send. So you send a message, you input the data when you're building your app or the MVP for WhatsApp. Then this is the part that enables the receiver to see the message when you send the message. So it's displaying and sending message when you're building. Don't forget that. So you start by creating a workflow and the send button is clicked. So now you already have, you already create the workflow, then you are now adding your send button. So send button, you type the message on WhatsApp, you click send, it show up in your other person's. These are all data you have to import when you're building your MVP. I actually encourage you to start by using this to build a clone WhatsApp of your own. using all of these things that I'm explaining to you to build it, just to see how it looks like. You have nothing to lose. So you create a new message. The message is displayed when you send it. You can send to different people. That's why you see WhatsApp recently stopped that feature where you can actually copy message and send to everybody in your list because of information. Different people on your who are using your platform. So this is where you build your privacy, which is an additional features. This privacy part is what enables you to determine who's going to see your app, who you share your app with. Are you going to share with 10 people? Those 10 people, do you need their email to as a verification for them to see what you're building? All of these things is all up to you how you wanted to do that, but you have to put the privacy in place when you're building your app. So it's going to check. You have to give access to people who's going to see what you're building. So, and that is totally up to you. So you can read the privacy rules, how you want to put that up, how many people you want to view your app, how many people should comment. All of the stuff is totally up to you. So that's just an additional support and for you. So after you build your privacy and security, then that's it. The last thing is to launch your app. Don't forget, when you launch your app, you have to share with people. Oh, this is what I built. I need your feedback. Oh, the front page looks ugly. Can you change it? Then you go back to edit and change it. Oh, I have this issue. It doesn't look good. Don't be ashamed to be vulnerable when you're building a technology or a platform. It took Brian and Jan, the two co-founders of WhatsApp, to build what you use today. It took them 10 years to pull all of the features together. So when they started and when they launched, nobody used it. But it took them time to understand what user really, really, really wants and for them to build what actually people need. So another thing I wanted to say is building what people really need and what solves a specific problem. So a lot of people build something that they just like. So when you're building a platform, build something that are passionate, that is a problem. When you look around, there's a lot of problems in our society that you can actually leverage on. So when you look at all of this problem, you can actually build a tool that solves that problem. And the marketplace reward value, and you get paid for it. Another thing is you can start a business of your own, like dating app guy, and you can build a dating app as for starting for $0 or 0 cities. It won't cost you anything from the beginning, unless you wanted to launch and move to a paid plan on Bubble, which is of more robust, and that's like $25 per month. And even if you don't have that, I have a tech that will help you. Just let me know. I'll be able to help to waive that $25 for you to use it for at least for a year, free, for you to be whatever you wanted to do. So if you look at big tech giants in Silicon Valley's investments in the world, most of the people that build what you guys use today, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever, they started from school. So they start building something from school. When we started Quasar, we started building Quasar when I was in school. So, and we didn't have a lot of money, but we just tested. So we're not like wanted to build a company, we wanted to solve a problem. And after a couple of years, it becomes a company because we realized we're actually solving real problems now. So we need to start a company. But we didn't start by building a company. We start by looking at, oh, there's a problem connecting African businesses to sell globally. I wanted to buy a shea butter I probably have to go to a store in the US or whatever. If I want to buy any products, if I want to buy Agonal in Morocco, I probably have to go to a store. So what those stores does is somebody who is the middleman buy those products from the local manufacturers in Africa, our mothers, sisters, and brothers who actually produce those products. They repackage the product and put it in the store. So, and they sell it very expensive. You go to the store, probably you find a share for $10. Who's going to buy 60 cities or 50 cities share in Ghana? Probably no one. But if you go over there, it costs that much. And we built Quasar to be able to connect local manufacturers in Africa to the retailers directly or the consumers for them to be able to buy that product. So when we started to build Quasar, I mean, we were writing code. If I knew Bubble when we started, I would have like, oh, I need to use Bubble. So don't go the route that we went when we were building our platform. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate to come here and share this with you guys, that you don't need a lot of money, you don't need no technical skill, you just need to be passionate about a specific problem you want to solve. If you are in school, this is the best time for you to start. If you're a young professional, don't look for a job. If you're just out of school, I don't know what to do, just look around you. There's a lot of problems. And connect with the right people. And then you're there. It's going to take time, it's going to take a lot of effort, but at the end of the day, you realize that you actually solved the problem. And there's nothing more fulfilling when you build something that actually solved the problem. So when these guys when we built Quasar, we never knew we were actually going to build a company. It started like an idea. And that's my second company anyway. It started like an idea and we decided to put it together. It took us 2 years to build it because we're writing code. And when we launched last year, we realized that we are actually focusing on functionalities and features. We're not focusing on ease of use. How can people easily use this platform? So we have to kind of go back to the drawing board and look, okay, it should be something that people can easily use. So, and that is what Bubble provides. You can you only need a data in front of your computer or even an internet cafe, log into Bubble and start building something without not a single code written. And that is why I'm sharing this with you guys. So I wanted to ask again before I go to the next slide, any question? So there will be question and answer section. I just wanted to be very interactive with you guys to carry you along and to know if you really understand what I'm saying for the past couple of minutes. Any question?
Yes, hello, I have a question.
Okay, great. So
yes,
this is how all the, that's all you need to know. Let me just recap briefly.
Hello, please, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Yes, my question is, if you have features from 2 different applications that you want to use for building your own application, is it possible to clone these 2 apps and merge them, or take some features from one app and add it to what you are building? Or you can only stick to the cloned version of a single app?
Okay, this is just like you're trying to integrate an API to your app, correct? Am I correct?
Not, let's say the app I want to build, some of the features I want to put in are on WhatsApp. Some of the features I want to put in on, let's say, Google Maps. Can I clone these 2 apps and combine it into my single application that I'm building? Take the features I want to use and leave those I don't want to use?
Absolutely. So this is why I brought Bubble as a tool for you guys to do that. So wherever you wanted to do whatever features, the data sections gives you an opportunity to do that. You can import whatever features you want to take it from whichever place and put it together in your own app. You can delete, you can edit. It's pretty very easy for someone from a very non-technical background to actually use. So the answer is yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Correctly? You're welcome. So I wanted to recap on this, not the entire slide, but on the MVP, how to use app. So I told you about how to get started and register your account, Bubble. So we have another question. Okay. So I told you about how to get started. You have to register your account on Bubble. Then if you're wondering, if you're getting lost, like, okay, what am I going to do? You can go through the introductory courses, the videos, the lessons, beginner lessons, and all of the stuff. If you're still stuck, just go to the support. The support will put you through on what to do if you're lost. And of course, you can contact me. So I'll tell you how to contact me at the end of the session. So the next is to configure your app, inputting your data, which is your user feed, the name of the user, phone, phone number. Then the next is to build your workflow, which is creating users accounts when people are going to, how will people sign into your platform? Is it mobile verification? It's just an email. Then there's a data which will show when your app is ready. Somebody is opening their phone and they go to your URL, then your URL, register, welcome, register, or sign up. Then name, contact, phone number, photo, then they're good to go. Then building your own page and displaying the list of the charts. Then I also talk about the charts, having concurrent chats with different people or creating a group, as we are normally do on WhatsApp. You can create a group and chat with people. You can create a group and have a voice call with people. And creating content, which help your users to create their names, to have a content list, as you guys do on your WhatsApp. Then of course, how to create new contact, which requires a phone number, as you guys are already aware. First of all, we use WhatsApp. Then displaying and sending messages. That's the next features that you add into your MVP. Then creating messages, as I told you guys, you type a message you send to someone and you click on send. So this is where you input the data to your workflow, and you add your another user on WhatsApp. Then you add your additional features, which is your privacy settings. Then you can choose a bunch of templates from Bubble if you want to. Okay, so when we're done, we will share with you. Don't worry, you have it. So privacy and security settings is all up to you. Who's gonna see what you're building? You want to share with 1 million people before you go live now. So don't forget, the live mode is when your users are viewing your platform, they're giving you feedback, checking it out. And the test mode is the mode that you're building. So when you're on WhatsApp, when you're on Bubble, it shows you live mode and test mode. So test mode is when you're building. The live mode, once you switch to live mode, it means that you can share the URL and people can start downloading your app. The most important thing is to make sure you get feedback, very honest and sincere feedback, so you can go back and edit wherever it's not working, wherever they don't like. Don't build it for yourself, build it for the people who are going to use it. And then your app is ready. So that's just a recap. So isn't that very simple? I just took you guys through how to build a web mobile app, and it looks like it's not as easy as it sounds, right? It sounds so simple. Am I right, guys? Please raise your hand if you wanted to tell us. It's simple. Okay. So, I'm going to just run you through creatively combined trends. I wanted to share this session because I wanted to encourage you guys on how fast the world is moving. Okay, someone is raising their hand. Can you please speak? Okay, thank you. Someone said it's cool. So I want to share with you this creative combined trends. For you to know that the world has gone so far, also far. So what is going to happen next in the next 5 years? You have no idea. It's going to be an enormous advantage for you, especially in the digital space, because it's quite very lucrative. You can have a side, we call it side hustle, where you can just build a mobile app or something for someone, and you can just be doing that on the side. When I was in college, I used to build a website without no code. I use a site called Site Builder. I build a website. During the week, my lecture starts from 8 a.m. and I'm gonna go to bed around 8 or 9 p.m. and I'll get up like 2 a.m. I work for like 4 or 5 hours to quickly work my client's job of building a website. Then I'll take a nap for 1 hour, then I'll go to class. Then I can give you a website in like 5 days, 3 days. It's a couple of years back when I have the time. And I get extra cash for doing that. So there's a lot of tools and a lot of skills that you can learn. Okay, yes, don't worry, we'll chat. You have my number and my details, don't worry. So you can just learn a lot of skills that people can pay you for to pay your bills. So I was charging like $300, $200 to build a very simple website. I basically built about 100 websites for different people, and it was just on the side. And because I took my time to learn those skills, so you really have to invest in yourself. We're no more in the age of information. I know everything. Nobody cares. What can you do? Skill is the king. Don't forget that. Skill is the king. So you need to learn a skill, especially when you have a technology or digital skills that is really in need in today's world. I will use India as an example. I work with a lot of Indians developers for the past 10 years, and some of them don't speak English. We have to hire an interpreter, and that guy can build anything. So if you look at a country like India, they really leverage on digital skills, and it has helped a lot of young people and lift a lot of young people out of poverty in India. And one of the reasons why a lot of them have those skills, because they make it available. So if you wanted to learn Oracle 10G in Ghana or somewhere else, probably it costs you like $50. If you learn it in India, it's going to cost you like $15 or $10. So it's more cheaper. So IT skills is cheaper. So a lot of young people are able to acquire those skills. And they're being hired from all over the world. And it helps them. So that is why I'm showing you guys Bubble, because you're not going to pay and you can build something on your own. So you could see there's a pretty combined tools that I put together. So in the next 5, 10 years, there will be a self-driving car, which means there will be a tablet and the car is moving. The technology is already available and it's been prototyped. There will be a self-driving. Can you imagine, guys? The car is just driving itself. Okay, if there's an illegal issue that may come up when you clone an open source app, if it's on Bubble, the answer is there's no legal issue because it's not like you're asking people to pay you for it. It's just a clone. So there is no legal issue that will happen if you bid it on Bubble, because they have to look at what you build before you actually go from your MVP to actually making a lot of money from people. There has to be some changes if you're actually stealing somebody's idea. So from Bubble, there is no legal issue. So if I've answered a question, you know, so watch out for self-driving car, which is just going to be a car driving by itself. So another thing is you can actually predict the future. You're welcome, you know. So I want you to go to this website. Of course, we'll share the slide with you, populationpyramids.net. And you can actually, know the population of Ghana in the next couple of years. Can you imagine that? So how many male, how many female from in every country, and in every territory, you can actually find out. That's our tools. People build, at the integration, you can add into the virtual assistant to the app. Absolutely, the answer is yes, please. The answer is so if you go to population pyramids, it tells you the population of any country you wanted to know now or maybe in a couple of years. So you can actually predict the future. So I don't know if you guys heard about Motec, which is this is from Ghana, a mobile messaging platform that connects pregnant women with midwife, so they can have a safe delivery. And this platform, this mobile platform, has helped a lot of women in Ghana who are pregnant. You can check it out. If we share the slide, these are tools that actually needed. Some build this tool and it saves life. So I'm sharing this slide to help you to think about what can I build next. Yes, please, I will share everything with you guys. Don't worry. Yes, I will share, Isaac. I will share everything with you. So I'm sharing this to be able to, open your mind. So there are a lot of problems. I don't see problems, actually. I see opportunities. So there are all opportunities. Oh, the light is not stable. Why don't you build a lithium battery that will help people to power their home? So don't complain about the problems. Find a solution. Just look at your community, your environment, your school. It's just a problem. There's a problem everywhere, and those problems are opportunities. So that's why I'm sharing this. So this platform helps pregnant women to have a safe delivery. They can get a voice message to their phone. It doesn't have to be a smartphone, so that they can have a safe delivery, or they're in labor. So that's what Motec does. So this is an app, a mobile that helps you monitor your glucose. Imagine you have a technology that can help you monitor their glucose level without going to the hospital. This is really amazing. So you could check it out after I share the slide. And of course, this is a platform that we built that help African micro small-sized businesses to sell their product globally. So I was telling you guys from the beginning that when we started to build Quasar, we wanted to solve a problem. We never thought about building a company, but we just like, oh, there's a problem of connecting African businesses to the globe. How can a small shop owner in Ghana who has never even been to the airport sell their products in Walmart in the United States without leaving Ghana? That's basically the solution that we provide for people who use our platform. And we have a mobile and a web, so you can check us out at Quasar.com, download the app, share your feedback if you wanted to start selling globally, or you wanted to have your product retail in the UK, in the US, in Canada. You can just download the app as a seller set up your account, or you wanted to buy products from any part of the world, set up your download connection with all the small business. Our focus is after small businesses to enable them to have an improving access to markets to sell their product globally. So this is what we build at Quasar, and check us out, tell us what you think. We welcome your feedback. So another trends tools is how to detect malaria. Can you imagine on your app, you can actually check if you have malaria, and someone built this. So I need to work with a mobile phone. So everything is possible, guys. So this is a cataract detection. You know, a lot of people have cataract and they don't know. So this tool can help you detect cataract via your mobile phone. So that's it on my side. Now there's this question and answer discussion. But feel free to ask any question if you have any concern, clarifications, something you're not clear about. Please, it's your moment, make it count. Guys, question and answer. Just raise your hand if you have any questions. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, it was a wonderful presentation, and we really appreciate it. So my question is, you did mention that once your app is ready and you wish to host it on your own domain, there's a paid service that you can pay and migrate your site, I mean your app, to a custom domain. I just wanted to ask, in what programming language will the code be, or is there an option to choose the language you want to your exported code to be in? And that's what I wanted to find out. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. This is a no-code platform. You're basically writing no code. There's no Kotlin, there's no Java, there's no HTML at all. There is no code. So that is why I'm bringing Bubble as a platform that will enable you guys to build something in any technical background. So there's basically no code.
I think I'm asking about when you export it to your custom.
Okay, so that is just to host your app. So there's no code to do that. It's just like you wanted to launch and you need a domain to launch. So there is no code. So once you launch, Bubble platform help you to launch it. It goes to maybe enoch.com, and that's what you pay the $25 for. And it goes live. You can share that link with your friends, with anyone to check it out, to comment, to tell you how what you build, if it's okay. And that's just your MVP. So there is no code. It's just to get a domain. You are basically writing no code or putting on any code or putting on GitHub. No, there's absolutely nothing like that. And then if I answer a question. Did you hear me?
Yes, you have answered it, please. I was trying to type it up. Thank you very much.
So I see another question here. How do you make money from Quasar Merchant? Is it a registration fee or through some sort of commission you take out of from every sales on the Quasar Merchant platform? So when we say make money with Quasar, we mean having independent representatives. So this is one of our strategies to scale across Africa. We currently have over 10 independent representatives across 10 African countries. So it's not limited to just one representative. If you're in Ghana and you want it to be independent representative, that is what it means by make money with Quasar. So you can send an email to info@quasar.com that you want it to be a representative in Ghana. We just walk you through the process and how to be an independent representative And then once we go through that step with you, understand what is it that you wanted to do, how you wanted to go about it. Then from every sales that comes through you, we generate a referral code for you. So whoever wanted to buy or sell, you have families abroad who are buying stuff, who wanted to buy stuff from Ghana, they can use Queza and you can give them the referral code that shows that it actually comes from you. Then you get a commission for every sales. So that is making money with Queza platform. Isaac, I don't know if I answer your question. More question, guys? Any question? You can type it, you can raise your hand if you wanted to speak. This is question and answer section. Please feel free to ask any question. I still have a few minutes. Take your question. Any question? Okay, few seconds, if there is no question. Come on, guys, if you wanted to build something, you need to ask a question. Every act of learning comes with questions and answers. If you're learning anything, you need to ask questions, you need to know where to know how it works. No question. So going. Okay, I have another chat. Can we share the immediate app build before hosting it on your domain? Absolutely, yes. So this is where you get feedback. Now you have not done live, but you can share it. That's where the privacy and security settings comes in. So you can share it without hosting it. You can ask your friends, or you have a co-partner to help you, or you build it with a friend. Absolutely, yes, you can. Did I answer your question, Eden? Okay. Any other question? Okay. All right, thank you. I'm still open for more questions because I really wanted you guys to. Okay, someone is raising their hand. Please go ahead. Someone is raising. Please go ahead, Esther.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear
Can
you.
you hear me? Okay,
Yes.
so thank you so much, Mas, for this section. It was very eye-opening. If I knew this several months ago, I guess I would have started with Bubble. Yeah. So my question is, at what point this is your MVP, using Bubble to build MVP? At what point should you start building maybe your, what I call the big picture, or putting everything together, something that will serve more people? And
Okay,
what
so
are the things that you can do with this MVP when you start? What are the things to look out for? Okay,
so that's a great question. So let me just flip it over. Your question is, when you wanted to go from MVP to like MVC or building something more robust, at what point do you stop using Bubble, correct?
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay, I understand. I've been asked that question several times. Okay, what is your maximum limit using this Bubble? The answer is there's no limit. So if you go through Bubble, you see companies that raise millions of dollars with over maybe 2 million users, and they're still using Bubble. So they have a different plan that take you from the beginner to $25 plan, from $25 plan to $100 plan. So it depends on what you're building and how robust it is. So there's basically nothing you can do with Bubble if you wanted to build anything that is so robust, moving from MVP to building anything at all. So the only time you might have to wrap it, or what I mean by wrap it is maybe you wanted to migrate what you already built and you need to write a code at that point. That is when you perhaps, if you can write a code, perhaps you might need a developer to actually help you to migrate to your custom platform. But there's actually, for the last 9 years of Bubble, there's actually no need for anyone to actually migrate, because basically everything you need is on Bubble for you to build whatever that you want. And as I said from the beginning, we need to focus on ease of use versus features and functionalities. I mean, we built Quasar it took us 2 years. That's a waste of time, to actually write code, go through the debugging. This is not right, let's change it, and you don't have a luxury of time these days anymore. So that's why I love Bubble. It just help you to get your MVP out there, get a feedback, go back, just reiterate based on what you've, the feedback you receive from people, from friends and users. So basically, there's no point unless you want to. And at that point, you just need someone to write a code for you to be able to migrate to whatever platform you're building or you want to migrate. But I encourage people to actually, if you don't need to leave, then there's no point to leave. So actually the answer is you can use it to the maximum level. If I answer your question, Esther.
Yes, you did. So there's the second part. Are there things to look out for, like things you can do on Bubble? Maybe shortfalls using Bubble, something like that. So when you're using it, are there things you should just don't bother thinking about doing this or building something so complex or adding these APIs or something?
Yes. So one of the things you should avoid is trying to add too much functionalities. And when you're trying to do that, you actually have the support who's going to help you and tell you, no, you're going off the route, adding quite a lot of functionalities, because the vision is just to be, people are not really interested in how robust, how it's just the ease of use. So I'm building something. Okay, so I'm coming back to this last question from Delali. So you have to build something that people wanted to use and people can use easily. So the focus on Bubble is to build it so easily. So if you are going off that course, building something that's so robust, you're adding a lot of functionalities, then you might get a message from the support and saying, no, you're building something that perhaps no one is going to use, or you're going off the road. So there is some sort of red flag that will pop up if you get to that point. So Bubble provides all of those tools that will, put you back on track if you did something that's not right. Esther, did I answer?
Okay, yes. That helped a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I think the last question, I'm very much interested in that question as well.
Okay, great. Any other question, Esther?
Yes. No more question. Just the question on the chat section.
Okay, so when you develop on Bubble, who owns the development rights? The app. Beautiful question. So whatever you build on Bubble belongs to you. Bubble just provide you the platform to build it. So you own the rights, you own everything. Basically, they own nothing. It's just a platform. It's just like you're using Corridor to design. If you finish your design, it's yours. It doesn't belong to Corridor. So you use a Microsoft, you type, you finish your document, and you want to send it, it's your document. So you own everything. It belongs to you, 100%. So did I answer your question, Delani? Great, thank you. Any other question? Okay, so please okay, I think another shot is coming. All right. Okay, thank you. So let's stay in touch. I use LinkedIn more than any other platform because it's more professional and it's easy to connect. So you can hook me up on LinkedIn, send me a message. Please remember to mention African digital skills so that I can know it's from African digital skills. Then you can send me an email at maxwell@queza.com. You can also follow me on Twitter. And of course, I think we're going to share this presentation and on the chat. Okay, another question. So let's stay in touch on LinkedIn. You can send me an email. We will share the slide with you. And I'm really very excited in what you guys are going to build next. So guys, let's build something. We shouldn't be a consumer just consuming everything that is built out there. And we are the consumer. When it's how we download it, when it's how we want to use it, you can build it on your own and somebody else is going to use it. So I love change makers. I love inventions. I love people who innovate. I love people who build tools, not toys. And there's a lot of problem out there. You can just build something that will solve that problem. You never know where the next Uber, the next Airbnb, the next Facebook is coming from. Believe me, you have not seen anything yet. You have not seen anything. So if you have any idea, don't just sit down. Oh, I don't have money. Don't talk about what you don't have. Just go out there and just go for it. Just go for it. So that's why I brought you Bubble. Use it. There are a bunch of platforms that you can actually use, not only Bubble. I chose Bubble for several reasons, because of the ease of use, because it offers a free plan for those who can afford it to actually start something. And don't try to build it one day, 1 year. Just build it based on customers' feedback, based on users' feedback, and based on whatever response you get from people. So just keep going, just keep going. If somebody built WhatsApp for 10 years, so when it was acquired, they have 550 million users. Now they have over 1 billion users. And I'm very, very positive that Brian and Jan never thought they'll build something that will like global. They're just trying to solve a communication problem. And it becomes a company and it fetches them billions of dollars. You never know where the next WhatsApp is coming from. So if you have an idea, just go for it, guys. Don't hesitate. And if there's any time to do that, time is now. So if there's no question, I will wrap up. So any question before I call it a day? Any question, any question? 10 seconds. Okay, it looks like there's no more question. Before I leave, I want to thank the organizer of the African Digital Skill Conference, Mobile Web Ghana, and all the partners who put this together. I think this is a great opportunity for us to share our knowledge and connect with everyone out there on the continent who wanted to learn something new that will actually go in a long way to change the narrative about Africa, our technology ecosystem. Thank you guys for your time. It's been a great honor to be with you and to present. Let's stay in touch. Send me a message on LinkedIn, send me an email. I will be glad to know what you wanted to build next. If you need any help, don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you guys and have a great afternoon.